Saludos amigos, KASH here, President and CEO of KASH International Luxury Real Estate. Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope all is great and well wherever you're watching this video from. I am coming to you today from the beautiful Dominican Republic, guys. You can see exactly how magical it is. I am right here in none other than amazing Cap Cana. So guys, what I'm going to be doing, it's a Saturday afternoon, so we got some fun things on the agenda. I had a meeting earlier today with my engineer for the villa we're building, and we went to visit a couple other sites, talked to some other engineers in and around the area, and just gathering some knowledge and insight on the market and how the processes and procedures work. But what I want to do is really important to me. I want to get this article out to you because this one is phenomenal. Really dials in to what I have been saying for the past few years related to the growth of the Dominican Republic. Okay, I talk a ton about the emerging middle class. I talk a ton about the GDP growth. I've done a video about a month ago where we did a comparison of the GDP growth of the other major countries. Guys, we're actually blowing away China when it comes to GDP growth. Forget about Canada and the US. We're just destroying Canada and the US. My home country of Canada. Unfortunately for Canada, fortunately for the Dominican Republic, just absolutely crushing them. So here's an article that just came out August 21st, 8:30 a.m. 2024. All right, this one is key because this one really does a great job of kind of putting that exclamation after some of the videos and some of the points that I bring up with you guys related to the growth and the future potential of the Dominican Republic. Let's dive into the article, and I want to share a few thoughts with you afterwards. Okay, we'll try to make this like an under 10-minute video. My videos go like an hour and a half sometimes, but we'll try to keep this one short. I know the family's ready to rock. So from Santo Domingo, this is where the story came out of. The Dominican Republic financial sector is experiencing significant capital inflows, okay, money coming into the country, as indicated by the central bank records. As of March 2024, the regulatory solvency index, which I'm going to explain what that is to you here in a second. The regulatory solvency index for the financial intermediation entities reached 17.6%. This is surpassing the minimum requirement of 10% that is set by the monetary and financial laws, okay? So what does that mean to you? The number one question you guys need to have is, what is this regulatory solvency index? Okay, let me explain to you in layman's terms, okay? As you guys know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an economist. I'm an entrepreneur. That's what I do. That's what I love. And in that process, I find great opportunities that I want to share with you guys on this channel, okay? And then I can guide you through the entire process, A to Z. We do that whole thing, and we do it better than anybody else, I believe, because we have the Love Where You Live network of professionals surrounding us, and all these guys are sharing the same motto, theme, and way of doing business like we do, and that's why we work with them. So that's another topic, but let me explain to you really quick what the solvency index, what does that tell us? So solvency index, what does that mean? What does this number actually mean, and why was it newsworthy information? So the solvency index for a country typically refers to the assessment of the country's ability to meet its long-term financial obligations, okay? This is key because when you're looking at US and Canada, they're kind of on another spin because there's challenges coming up that are going to threaten their ability. And you see, they're always talking about deficits in the US, and the deficits are in the trillions right now because they've overinflated their economy by printing money and throwing that as a solution to the problems back in previous years where the Dominican Republic did not do that. So it is often measured by the investors and analysis of the rating agencies to evaluate the financial health and stability of a country or a nation. And the Dominican Republic blew it out of the water on these tests, okay? What are some of the aspects they're looking at? They're looking at debt-to-income ratios. They're looking at their ability to service their debt. They're looking at their primary fiscal balance. What does that mean? Primary fiscal balance is the government's budget balancing before accounting for interest payments on the debt. Okay, that's important because when you start to factor in the interest payments on the debt, that starts to throw things into a different realm. It looks at external debt that the country has. It looks at foreign reserves that it carries, its credit rating amongst other countries and financial institutions, its interest rate spread, meaning the difference between the interest rate on a country's debt and those that benchmark, for example, like the U.S. Treasuries, can indicate a perceived risk. Okay, that spread can create a perceived risk in this calculation. It looks at economic growth, and this is key because that's kind of in our sector. Sustained economic growth can enhance a country's ability to repay its debts. That's what this is all about, the country's ability to repay its debts. Now, all of those components that come into it, and that's economic growth of a country. We're talking about the Dominican Republic, where tourism is, look behind me, guys. You can't compete. This is not just for a few months a year. This is 24/7, 365 days for the rest of our lives and before our lives. So the world is just taking notice on the fact that they can have access to this for an affordable cost that is not affordable to them anymore in for example, places like Florida, where you could say, oh, we got beautiful beaches there, we got infrastructure, we got all these amazing. No, but you do have those things. And however, the cost of enjoying those things and being a part of those things has become astronomical, and it is not affordable for our middle class. It's not even affordable for our upper middle class. And then if you go into the upper class, the top 3%, they don't want to waste that kind of money. They got that kind of money. They have secured that kind of money because they've had the intuition and the smarts to be able to do it. I always compliment the wealthy because they've done things right financially, and because of those moves and disciplines and education and all those things that they've done, along with family wealth, somebody did something smart along the way, and so they got the money. So what they do is they don't want to spend and put their money into a country that they feel is deteriorating. They might do it as a speculative play, but a speculative play is not what this channel is about. It's not about speculation. It is about finding a place you love where you live, and when you find a place you love where you live, you can live there. And when you live there, you invest there, and you become part of that economy. And this economy over here is providing quality of life, great opportunities for real estate. You can get into beautiful units here in Cap Cana for under $100K if you're buying in pre-construction projects that we bring you, or you can buy an oceanfront villa for pennies relative to what you'd be paying in North America or a place like Miami. All right. The other aspect of the solvency rate is government policies. We really see government policies and a forward way of thinking here in the Dominican Republic to attract dollars, not to fight dollars coming in and investment coming into the country. All right, so let's jump back into this article really quick. I just want to give you a quick rundown of what the regulatory solvency index kind of looks at. So what we were able to see is 17.6% is what numbers came back from the World Bank, the central bank. Other countries are at that 10% or lower. Recent stress tests conducted by the central bank to assess the financial strength of the system suggest that these surpluses are significant enough and sufficient enough to maintain regulatory solvency above the 10% threshold, even under, and this is key, even under adverse scenarios where the Dominican economy experiences a lower than projected real annual growth. Okay, so even in a downfall, the solvency index is stating that the Dominican Republic has built itself up enough that they can withstand that. So that is an important thing to talk about. I want to go into something, but I'm going to save it till the end so we can fly through. There's a couple more paragraphs. Let me just read it off to you. These findings underscore that the system's resilience in a stimulated economic downturn is there to be able to withstand it. The robust levels of solvency and capitalization within the financial system are largely attributed to the high quality of credit portfolio. Okay, this is important as well, which has delinquency rates of just 1.3% and 1.2% for the multiple banking sectors. From June 2023 to June 2024, the system achieved a net growth of approximately 300 million pesos. Okay, 300 million pesos, Dominican pesos. That's going to put you at about $10 million. Okay, roughly. So remember, we're a developing country. We're not third world anymore. We've blown past that. We're a developing country, soon to be first world status. So in that, $10 million is a significant surplus to have there. That is huge. We don't have those existing in Canada and the U.S. right now. Those are all deficits that we're riding. So. And that, that 10 million equates to that 17.4%, while maintaining provisions of provisions that are above average on overdue loans. Okay, so people have the ability to repay their loans. This demonstrates that both the productive sectors and the household sectors are consistently meeting their financial obligations, huge, consistently meeting their financial obligations, while the financial system maintains ample reserves to absorb potential credit losses. All right, so there's the article, guys, and let me talk a little bit more in detail while I have a sip. Cheers. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm in Cap Cana, about to go out to the beach, about to enjoy the pool. And guys, this is, honestly, it really is. And the reason I do my videos out here, number one, because I love being outside, but number two, if it provides you a little bit of incentive that you are able to do this as well and live a life that you can say you love where you live, then guys, I'm all for it. And I encourage you to not hold back, not listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people that talk you out of it and say, oh, everything's a bubble over there. I'm gonna explain to you right now after the sip why I believe it is not a bubble. I love the Presidente. Great beer, great beer. Good job with that. All right, so this is my interpretation of this. Let me run through this. I'll try to keep it within 3 minutes. All right, let's try. So I've been saying emerging middle class. So the last part of this article said that the Dominican Republic is above average on its ability to commercial loans are being repaid, and the key one, this is what drives economies, the middle class, personal loans are being repaid. You don't have people that are unable to pay their loans back, and that's key. Okay, that's key, because what you have here is an emerging middle class, and with an emerging middle class, you have enthusiasm, you have excitement in the market, you have the big businesses that come in and that hire the population, the local community. And when I say local, I'm even saying expats. When you're hiring those people, they're excited to work. They're excited to get back to be contributing to the company's success. Over here, you see people wearing their logos all the times of their companies. They're proud of the companies they work at. What do you see in North America? You see the opposite aspect of things. You see people fighting big corporations. You see them working against them. And there's this constant push and pull, just like you have right wing, left wing. You have this constant between the working class and the corporations, and they're always battling it out. There isn't a sense of camaraderie in the corporate culture anymore. It is very cutthroat. What you're not seeing here, the middle class loves the fact that they have these opportunities. They love the fact that they're able to move out of the life that they did know, where maybe they grew up on farms and they didn't have the opportunity, so they lived in their own homes. For the first time, you're able, the Dominican population, the masses, the middle class, is able to move into a space where they're able to get a loan to buy a house. Okay, now they're the first time homeowners, so that pride of ownership is so alive and well. Opposite scenario happening in North America. And for all of you that don't believe me, that's fine. Just turn on the news. You can see it, okay? You've kind of got the blinders on, and you refuse to believe this information. Another thing that I keep hearing, and that's why this news is big, is, if the U.S. goes down, the Dominican Republic's over. Guys, there's a massive shift. There's a mass exodus of people leaving. So I have hundreds upon hundreds of clients. 99% of those clients are not purchasing real estate here for speculation. They're purchasing real estate here for one reason. They're going to move here at some point. So they're buying real estate that they might utilize to rent out in the meantime, or they're going to move here right away. But these people are looking at these places, these condos, these units like we have, for themselves to carry out either in a retirement fashion, or they're looking to move their families here entirely. I just met a young gentleman at Blue Mall. He was an amazing Canadian kid. He's like 21. I said, hey, your English is so perfect. How is it so perfect? He said, we just moved here a month ago. Me and my entire family left Toronto. I think he was from Brampton. He left Toronto, entire family, moved to Punta Cana. Okay, he's working at Blue Mall, and he was like, yeah, quality of life, cost of living, it's just out of control, and our family couldn't take it anymore, so we moved. And I was, because he was, I believe he was from Ecuador or something along those lines. Okay, so not from the Dominican Republic, so not moving back to the Dominican Republic, but of Latin American heritage. But English was flawless, and I was like, yeah, where are you from? So he told me this story. With the middle class that's growing, all these political campaigns, you see, they're always focused on the middle class. I don't even know if they're doing it this year with this election, which is just wild. One of the best TV soap operas I've ever seen. You have Trump here, and he's out, all this drama's happening, and there's shots fired, and Biden's out of the race, and he's getting crushed. And then you got the vice president comes out of the blue, and she's now running, and it's like the race is tied. It's like, the best Netflix series you could ever ask for, and we get to call it our politics. All right, so you're not seeing that kind of stuff here. So you're seeing this economy growing. You're seeing the tourism sector, which is huge. It's not going to just die because people aren't speculating here on their real estate purchases. This is for them. They're moving. They're living. They're contributing then to the economy. The economy is going to continue to grow. People are fed up with what they're getting in a comparable spot, Florida. I have so many clients from Florida. They refuse to burn. If they have a lot of money, they don't want to burn it and waste it. So they want to put it somewhere different. Like here, we have very close access to Florida. Insurance rates are sky high over there. HOAs are exploding over there. So many things are on a downward spiral. They do talk about, oh, inflation is going down. Inflation is going down, but guys, inflation is only going down on items that we don't need. The things that we need to survive, inflation is alive and well and shooting upwards exponentially. The things that maybe when they do these tests and say, oh, inflation's on its way down. Yeah, inflation is on its way down, maybe on a beer, maybe on something that is not necessary for living. But when you look at the key things, insurance, mortgages, gasoline, all these things are on the upward spiral. All the things that you need to live are on the upward spiral over there. Cost of living over here is well in check, and it will remain in check for the foreseeable future. So key thing here, what I want to do is I want you guys to understand from this article that the Dominican Republic is not some fly-by-night country. It's not like, you know, I picked this because I love the beach and the pool. Yes, of course I love that, but I love it for investment purposes. I love it for a place that you can live. I love it for a place where you can buy land, okay? I love it for all these reasons. You should as well. And if you're not in tune with these kind of things, you need to start doing your research, and that's what this is about. It's encouraging you to do your research, encouraging you to read. Don't just listen to what people say, because when you listen, what you do is you're getting misinformation. And don't just, you know, go on Facebook groups and blah blah blah. You're going to see there's always someone saying something's white and the same thing is black. So you got to be in tune with it. So what I want to do is show you the pros, okay? You guys go out there and do your research. I want you guys to be, all of my clients, I want them to be informed buyers. I want them to understand all elements. But what I do and why I'm so pro is because I am personally investing here myself. I'm giving you that trifecta. Las Terrenas. Some clients love that market. I'm giving you San Domingo, I'm giving you Punta Cana and Cap Cana. So what I like to do is call it the trifecta in the Dominican Republic. You get exposure to all of it, and that's key, and that helps us and my team be very transparent in what we offer you guys, because not everything is for everyone, okay? Some people don't want this. They want to be in the city. They want the restaurants. They want the nightlife. They want the hustle and bustle. Maybe they're in a certain business that Santo Domingo is perfect for that. They need to be in the World Trade Center for their company. Who knows? Or you might have that couple that is, you know, they're completely eco-minded and they want to live in a place like Las Terrenas, in the mountains, untouched beaches. All those things are so cool, and for some people. But then you got Cap Cana, you know, a luxury city that is exploding and developing into one of the top luxury destinations in the entire world, okay? And then of course you got Punta Cana. Punta Cana, perfect for our middle class. Perfect for our middle class. There's opportunities under 100K that we can get you guys into. So if you're struggling in North America and you're fed up, but you like the the amenities, you like having healthcare right next to you, you like having access to all the grocery stores, movie theaters, tons of restaurants, golf courses, you like those amenities, okay? Then Punta Cana, but you don't have a big budget, then Punta Cana, guys, all day long. You're part of something that is exploding. This place is growing so fast. It is unbelievable. When I drive down the street, I'm just blown away. So guys, I hope this article helped you out. I hope it kind of opens your eyes a little bit. It's just one of many that I'm going to share with you. It's when I see some really cool articles that are saying something of significance, I want to bring that to you. All right, guys, on that note, love where you live. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I hope you guys will as well. Remember, make us your first phone call if you are considering the Dominican Republic for your next real estate investment, because guys, we have amazing opportunities. In the next week, I'm bringing you an amazing one in Cap Cana. You're going to be blown away by that one. And guys, also remember, we're going to be doing the building of Villa L, and we're going to bring that to you live as well. So guys, remember, my name's KASH. I'm President and CEO of KASH International Luxury Real Estate, coming to you today from Cap Cana. However, we got Las Terrenas, Punta Cana, Cap Cana, San Domingo, all of that, okay? We got professionals of our team that are all like-minded people like myself. That's why they work for me, and that's what we want to bring you guys. All right, guys, on that note, please remember, love where you live, and make us your first phone call. And lastly, like, subscribe, and share. The channel is absolutely experiencing a complete explosion in the last couple months, and we're so excited about that. And we just really appreciate when you guys give us that like, subscribe, and share this content. Get it out there. And you know, God knows who's out there that feels trapped in the world they're in and they don't think there's a way out. But guys, there's always a way out, and we will help you. All right, guys, talk to you soon.